Republic. So Republic gave a community reward yesterday. Linea Voyage Wave 4 is live. It's been live for a couple of days now. And there is a new airdrop in town that everyone can easily farm right now. This is known as portablegaming.com and the token is portable. So we're going to look at all of this very shortly. Let's get started. And here we go. Republic gave an airdrop and they called it community reward airdrop. Now the community is actually fuming and angry because of this kind of reward. So you can imagine that no one got more than 150 RPK token. And when the community started talking, they said it is community reward, that the main XP reward is actually on the way. Now my question is, why would you go ahead to give a community reward without adding up the XP reward? And that is a huge question mark. And because of that, people are saying even the XP reward may not even make sense at all. But then let's see what happens. They said it is coming by next week. Let's hope that eventually our efforts are going to be rewarded. So this is it for Republic right now. Okay, there is a new airdrop that we can actually farm right now. This airdrop is looking so good and it's also a point-based airdrop. So far, no project has been more rewarding than Airdrop, which is based on points. I want to believe that this new point-based airdrop is going to reward us more than Airdrop. So here is this project, but before we get into it, please follow me on Twitter or X. This is my handle right here, and try as much as possible to engage with my tweet, because that is going to earn you some of this token that I'm talking about, which is known as Portal or Portable Coin. I've been making a little tweet about them. For example, if you engage with this tweet by liking, retweeting or reposting and commenting hashtag portable or tagging the portable coin, it is going to earn you some of this token. Let's head straight to their X handle and see. Now this is a gaming token, and guess what, it is built on layerzero. This to me is actually a plus, because this is the first gaming token on layerzero. I believe it is going to be very big, and they have integrated a Solana and an OX Polygon, and they have more. Okay, they are also partnered with Magic Eden, which I believe is an NFT platform. So this is one of their recent tweets where they confirm they will be airdropping this token. Portable airdrop farming is live only at crystaldash.co. Crystal Dash is Portable's unique social fi experience. Engage with us on Twitter and earn Portable. And yes, engaging with this thread does count. So you can even start by engaging with this very trade or tweets they made few days ago. Here is everything you need to know about playing Crystal Dash. So how exactly do you get started? You need to head straight to crystaldash.co and connect your Twitter handle. Yes, so this is my own account with them, and you can see my Twitter handle right here. So far I've been able to earn about 4,000 plus points. As you keep making tweets and tagging them on Twitter or X, you're going to keep earning this point. Look at the various levels. So by the time you start, you'll be on 0.1, and then you keep making progress. You head to 0.2. You must have earned 10,000 points to be in 0.2. Then 20,000 plus 0.3, 31,000 plus 0.4, and 43,005. So these points are going to be translated or converted into the Portal token. Please take this serious. You don't know the one that is going to actually change your life. And while you're engaging, make sure you use one Twitter or X handle. If you use multiple, it might cause problem for you. So ensure that you use just one. And I think you need to have at least a minimum of 100 followers before you can take part in this. Okay, for those of you that don't have up to 100 followers on Twitter or X, kindly drop your handle in the comment section or in our Telegram group so that you all can follow each other. All right, let's go ahead and perform the Linea Voyage Wave 4 quest or task. The Wave 4 has to do with lending and borrowing, but bear in mind that the gas fees are our traders. So you need to have some money to pay gas fees in particular, and for you to carry out all the quests successfully, you also need to have at least $40 to $50 excluding your gas fees. Okay, so I have actually done this, but I'll be showing you exactly what you need to do. And the first thing is for you to read about lending and borrowing, and just go ahead to complete it. You don't need to read it entirely if you don't want to. You just click on next, next, and next, and you'll be here. Then the main core task is for you to borrow at least $25 worth of ETH or wrap ETH in one transaction on Linea from any of the apps listed inside. We'll be seeing that shortly. I have done this, and like I said, I will show you how to do the same thing. This is going to earn you around 150 XP. Now the second one, which is the bonus task, it says use a stable coin as collateral and borrow at least $25 of any supported token in one transaction from any of the apps listed inside as well. Now interacting with the first one, which is the core task, can actually gift you the second one, so you don't need to do them separately. The first one says borrow. Before you can borrow, you need to first of all lend. And the second one said use a stable coin. So we're going to be using a stable coin to lend, and then we're going to be borrowing ETH or wrap ETH, which automatically gives us this 2. I hope you're following. Then the next one, it says use a LST, that is in bracket WST ETH, as collateral and borrow at least $25 of any supported token in one transaction on Linea from any of the apps listed. So you need to lend WST ETH before you can actually borrow any token of your choice as well. And the next one is for you to repay any of your open loans on Linea, partially or fully, via any of the apps listed. So everything you borrowed, you can decide to pay partially, that is part of it, or you can decide to pay fully, that is paying everything. And the next one is for you to borrow at least $5 worth of ZKUSD or LYU in one of the transactions on Linea from any of the listed apps. Now this one seems so expensive. If you take a look, you will see that I have not done it yet. Why? The transaction fee was so high at the time I wanted to do it, so I decided to leave it. Even though they're asking you to borrow just $5, the transaction on this is high. I don't know if I'm the only one experiencing this, but it is very high. I hope that by now it must have reduced, so I'll be able to perform this. Then after doing all of this, you can go ahead to review your favorite dApp on dApp sharing. But know that you can actually review this immediately you start with any of these tasks or quests. So let's go ahead and do the needful. So there are 3 different apps listed that you can actually use. The first one is Layer. You can decide to use this one, and it is very cool. I've used it before. It actually makes sense. The second one is Mendy.finance. This is the one we're going to be using simply because they have airdrop potential. One thing you should be looking out for when doing all of these tasks or quests is for projects that can easily reward you later in the future. If not the project directly, some other projects will be able to reward you simply because you use that particular project. And I think that Mendy.finance has this potential. And the third one, which is the final one, is Repaying. I've not used this before. If you want to use it, it is fine. But for this tutorial, I'm not going to be using it. So let's head back to Mendy.finance. So here you need to agree with them, of course, and you need to connect your wallet. Next, and connect. Okay, so we are connected. And the first task is for you to borrow Ether or wrap Ether. And I said before you can do that, you need to first of all supply. So we have some funds in USDC, and we're going to be supplying some USDC. So we'll click on this, and before you do that, you need to first of all approve. Go ahead and do just that. Approve successful. So now we need to enter the amount we want to lend, and I'm going to be using $36. This is because it will give me the opportunity to be able to borrow $25 exactly. If you supply lesser amounts, you may not be able to borrow up to $25, and that means it is not going to count as a successful transaction or interaction. So be mindful of these. Next, I'll click on supply. Look at the transaction fee, $1.70. This is actually very high, but then it is what it is. I'll just click on confirm. Supply successful, and take a look at the top left hand side. You will see that we have just supplied $36 or 37 USD. Okay, the next thing is for us to enable this as a collateral. Look at this button right here. It says collateral, which is this one. So we have to enable this button right now. Click on it, and to enable is going to cost you 75 cents. So guys, this is just outrageous. That's why I say you need to be prepared for gas fees. So I'll click on confirm, and you can see that this button has turned green. This means that we have successfully enabled collateral. So scroll down right now, you will see that we have the option to actually borrow any of those tokens right here, and the instruction is that you should borrow Ether or wrap Ether, and we have wrap Ether right here. So just click on this and take a look down here. Your limit borrow is around $29.57, which is enough to cover the $25 you were asked to borrow. I hope this is making sense. So you can either click on max, or you just go ahead to enter $25, and that is what I am going to do. 0.0125 is equal to $25. Okay, so I'll click on borrow and look at the gas fee again, $3 plus. Guys, this is not funny at all. It is just too much. Okay, I believe that we're going to get rewarded later on, and we're going to recover all these gas fees 1,000 times. I'll click on confirm. Borrow is successful. I hope you can see it. We have borrowed about $25 plus, and that means that the core tax and the first bonus tax is successful. So the next task is for us to supply an LST as collateral and go ahead to borrow $25 of any other token supported in the apps listed. So we're going to continue with the Mendy.finance application. I already have WST in this account. I'll just click on this. I'll be able to supply this amount, which is around $41. But before I do that, I should approve this first, and approve successful. And take a look here again. My borrow limit is around $29 plus. That is if I successfully supply this amount right here. I've told you to take note of this. You need to supply enough amount so that you'll be able to borrow the exact amount you are asked to borrow. So right now, click on supply. Look at what it's giving me. This is an error. I don't know why. Transaction may fail or may require manual gas limit. I don't understand what that means, but let me check my wallet. I have enough funds here, $168 worth of Ether. I don't know why this is failing. Let me try it again, and it's still giving me the same error. That means I'll not be able to complete this transaction right now. I'll be checking it out later on, but this is how you're going to supply. And after a successful supply, the next thing you want to do is to come here and repay those loans partially or fully. I will advise that you repay everything and move out your funds, because you can actually lose these funds if you're not very careful. And after all of that, you should be able to go ahead to claim your XPs. You just click on all of these, you will see the start button, and go ahead to verify with the app that you use to perform these transactions, and you'll be good to go. Then go back to the app, which is Mendy.finance, and go ahead to withdraw your supply. But you must have repaid already what you have borrowed, which of course we borrowed wrap Ether. Click on this, then click on repay. Okay, then you see the amount you're supposed to repay, which is this. Just confirm it and click repay and confirm in your wallet, and you'll be done with this. Okay, it seems they have changed the app for the ZKUSD. It is only LYU that is available. This is Libby.xyz. Okay, let's try this out. Be supplying some WST ETH. Just click on this and go ahead to enter the amount you're providing as collateral right here. Okay, I'll still do this. Then we enter the amount we are borrowing, which is 5. Our available balance is around $22. I hope you can see it. Then scroll down, you will see more information. Like I said, guys, be careful. Your liquidation reserve is 15 LYU. Your loan is 48.72%. And the rest of them, you need to take note of all this so that you don't get liquidated. Your borrowing fee is 0. This, and your debt is 20 LYU. So just be careful. As soon as you do this, come back and exit immediately. So I'll click on approve, next, and approve. Approve is successful. So let's confirm. Oh, there is a challenge. It says greater than your available balance. In fact, guys, I'm just going to leave this. If you have more funds, you can go ahead to do this. Otherwise, you can leave it. Not performing one of the quests is not going to disqualify you, in my opinion. So this is actually looking confusing and all that. So I'll just leave it so that I don't go ahead to lose funds. But if you're successful doing this, the next thing is for you to repay by clicking on repay, and go ahead to repay your debt, and then you close everything and go ahead to claim your XP right here. Okay, and you'll be done. Then finally, you should review any DApp on DApp Sheriff and claim every XPs, and you'll be done with wave 4. I hope this is very clear for you. Otherwise, feel free to ask any question in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly smash the like button and share this video everywhere. If you're yet to subscribe, do that right now and turn on the notification bell. I will definitely see you in my next one. And don't forget, we are going to make it. Bye.